Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Everyday Icon podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany, and today I want to talk to you about a few items that you need to toss from your closet right now, today. Last week, I talked about how a closet detox can help with freeing your mind and getting rid of, anxiety and things like that. So in this week's episode, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about 5 things that you definitely, when you're going through this process, to clean out your closet, to get rid of these particular items. And if you're ready to get cleaning out your closet today or anytime, be sure to check the description box below for my free mini course to help you with detoxing and getting rid of your closet. But let's get started and dive right in. So, before we can begin to even think about building a style and a wardrobe that we want, we have to tackle what's standing in your way, and that's your closet. I highly believe this. Your closet is what's standing in your way. You either have too much stuff in there and you don't know what to do with it and you don't even know where to begin or what you have, or you have a closet like mine right now that is kind of in a transition, but you still have to clean it out because you have to get rid of the transition part of it in order to transition into the next version of your style. So today I'm just going to give you a few quick things that you need to do to make sure that you add to your list to get rid of. So the first one, undergarments that are old and worn. Now I know this should probably go without saying, but we really have to go through them. And sometimes I think we forget about them. And I know for me anyway, I'll use for an example, I would use my old ones for the particular time of the month when I had that, to where that's what I would use them for. And sometimes there are undergarments that make us, they're just comfortable and they're nice. But there comes a time and there comes a place when we got to get rid of them. That's underwear, that's socks, that's stockings, that's tight, all of that stuff. That's bras, all of that stuff. We have to get rid of them because they lose their firmness, they lose what their give and what they're supposed to do, with help keeping our clothes that we wear on top of them together and nice and kind of holds everything into place. And it loses that when they become old and worn. So we have to do that. And you have to get rid of them, especially if they're no longer your style. And this may sound crazy, but at one point you may have liked wearing, G-strings and thong underwear. But now that you've got older, you might have transitioned into boy shorts or high cut briefs or, things of that nature. Like, you have to get rid of them because you don't wear them anymore. Now, if it's just time, even if it's something as far as, certain type of bras that you used to wear, you might not be able to wear them anymore. Get rid of them. Yes, I know bras are expensive, but you got to get rid of them. You have to keep them up. And then once you get them, you have to keep them in, some form of rotation. So I practice what I preach. So literally over the holidays, I got some coupons from Victoria's Secret. So I went and I literally bought a whole bunch of new underwear for myself, went through my closet, got rid of all the old ones, started there. Now I have to work and focus on bras because that's the next thing that I have to do. So going through that and starting there first will help you, because this is what we wear underneath our clothes that, like I said, they're the true foundation of building and wearing our clothing. So we always want to make sure that those always look good and always feel good. So we want to get rid of anything that's old and worn from that undergarment drawer. We want to get rid of it and toss it. Next are purses. Now here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying you not to have a collection, because we need to have a collection of purses that kind of we keep in rotation. But any bag that you haven't used in over a year, or sometimes that's no longer your taste, get rid of it. So we don't need 900 bags. We might need 10. Now, if you are a collector of bags, that's one thing. But if you're not a collector or you're not collecting them, especially because there are a lot of women that collect them as investment pieces, that's one thing. But I'm talking about us that wear them on a regular, everyday basis. You need a bag that you could carry to work. You need a tote bag that you could carry, your laptop in and things like that in. You need purses for when you go out. You need different sizes. So and they all should be something that you could wear pretty much with anything and everything. That's what I like to say. That no matter what, you want it to be able to flow with what your current style and your wardrobe is. And your purses, they're things that you should want to invest a little bit in, because we're looking to keep them for the long haul. We're not looking to keep them for like a couple years and then, get rid of them. No. So you want to go through all your purses and all your bags, wallets, totes, all of those things. Anything that you no longer use, you don't gravitate toward anymore. You can find ways you can sell them, you can donate them online. And if they're just trash, just throw them in the trash. But you want to get that out, because you would be surprised at how much of purses at times we accumulate and we don't even realize that we have that many. So we want to go ahead and start getting rid and going through our purses. The next thing that we on our list to get rid of are motivational clothing. You're probably wondering, what is motivational clothing? This is clothing that you hold on to because you want to get back into it one day, or it's a piece of clothing that you purchased that you want to get into one day. So it could be something old that you want to get back into, or it's something new that you purchased that you want to get into. Here's how I see this. You want to get rid of them and you don't want to buy motivational clothing, because the clothing that you already have that you're holding on to is part of your past. The clothing that you buy that you want to eventually get into is your future. It is hindering you from dressing for your present self and this present time. So you're over here in the past holding on to something that you should get rid of because it's out of style anyway, and you'll want something new to replace it anyway. You have something that you purchased money on that you don't know that if you'll ever get into it, or if it'll be in style by the time you get into it, and you're trying to do something that you're forgetting your present and where you are right now. So your past and your future are stopping you from dressing for how you want to dress for your present time. Now that sounds crazy, and I will get into that all in future episodes, of course. But the biggest thing is that these two things, they're taking up space. Valuable space for clothes that you could be wearing right now that you truly love and that you truly enjoy. Now, I'm not saying that you can't buy something in the future. You buy it then. But right now, we want to buy for now because we're in the process of building this. We're discovering this and we're building this. That's something that we can build upon for years to come. And that piece may not actually be part of that future, because who knows what your life is going to be like a year from now, 2, 3, or 4, 5 years from now. That piece might not even be part of it. You might not even wear it. And then what did you do? You wasted money. So you want to get rid of motivational clothing because you're holding on and it's stopping you from what you love today and what flatters you today that could be help building your confidence today. So get rid of any motivational clothing. And last but not least, clothes that were expensive that you never wear. So when you're looking at investment pieces and staple pieces and you want to put money in, please make sure that they're going to be pieces that you're always going to wear. So things like blazers, things like pants, things like suits, shoes, purses, certain accessories. You want to make sure if you're spending this, because we have all purchased things that we've purchased that were expensive, maybe wore once or twice, throw it in the closet. Or how about things that you've maybe never worn and now it just sits in your closet with a price tag on it, and the price tag is looking at you like, girl, you spent all this money and you haven't worn me once. and you're afraid to throw it away because you think you're throwing away money. And that's okay, because cleaning out your closet and getting rid of it will make space for the pieces that you really want to invest in, that you will like and that you will wear. And it's okay to throw it away. If it's something that's that expensive, you can resell it. There's Poshmark. If it's a designer, you can go to one of the websites and resell it and see what you can get for it. You don't necessarily have to throw it away. You might not get all of the money back, but you might get some, and you might take that money and you can save it towards a piece that you actually want and something that you would actually wear. We have to learn to start being okay with letting go of things and buying things in certain seasons of our life and getting rid of them in another season of our life, and not thinking, oh my God, I spent all this money on this and now I got to throw it away. We have to learn that that's okay. We can't let that hold over our heads, because now it's holding up space and you're just going to look at it and it's just going to stare back at you. And anytime you go to the depths of your closet or into one of your bins or whatever, where it may be, it's always going to be there. And you're just like, I can't throw it away. I spent too much money on this. It's not making you feel good. It's something that's not making you feel good, because if it made you feel good in the first place, you would be wearing it. So please, I am giving you permission to let it go. And I promise you, you will feel better, because now you'll be able to put something in there in its place that you're going to love, that you're going to cherish, and you're actually going to wear. So to recap a little bit of today, of what we went over today: 1, you want to go through and get rid of all of your undergarments. That is the foundation of what we wear before we put on our clothes. That is the foundation. That is like the first step. So you always want to make sure that those look good. And you remember the old saying, you never know what may happen. You may never know what situation may happen. You always want to have on nice underwear. So make sure you have on nice underwear. They make you feel good inside. I probably should have added that to the instant confidence booster that I talked about. Nice underwear make you feel good. They give you that extra boost of confidence. So get out with the old and in with the new. 2, purses. We don't need 5011 purses anymore. We don't need to change our purses every 2 days. We need some few key purses that we have that we can rotate in and out on a regular basis for different events, different moods that we may have, different places where we're going. So go on ahead and get rid of everything else and just build a rotation. Have a nice collection that you can have, that you can use and rotate on a regular basis. Number 3, which is probably the most important, the motivational clothing. Stop holding on to motivational clothing. It doesn't do anything for you. It's just a sore spot, and it's taking up a lot of space for things that you would actually put in there that you will want to wear right now and today, because it is your past and it's a future that is preventing you from dressing here in the current present time for who and where you are right now. And last but not least, clothing that was too expensive and that you've never worn, or you've maybe worn once or twice. It's okay to let it go. It's taking up space. It's not really bringing you joy. You thought it would, but it didn't. And when you do buy expensive investment pieces moving forward, you always want to make sure that it's something that you're going to get the wear out of. You're going to get the wear per value out of it. So now you're going to shop for stuff like that with a little bit more intention. So with all that being said, I mentioned earlier in the beginning that I have a free mini course for you that will help you get you started with cleaning out your closet. So click the link in the description box below. I take you step by step on how I actually literally clean out my own closet. Has job aids and little short videos of me helping you, walking you through and preparing. And the biggest takeaway I think you would want to take with doing and cleaning out your closet is make sure that you prepare for it and you plan for it. You need the time, you need the space, you need the tools, you need all of that stuff. And my free mini course actually gives that for you for free. And you do have lifetime access to it, so any updates that I make throughout the year or years, you will always have access to it. So I hope this definitely helped you out today. If you have any questions pertaining to cleaning out your closet, just let me know in the comments down below. And with all of that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys in the next videos. Bye, guys.